Hello. So I've actually had a lot of requests in the past few days about people asking me to do a makeup brush video, kind of like just explaining what the brushes do or the difference or how to use them. This is my brush set, and you don't need this many brushes. I just have a problem. So I'll start off with face brushes. These are the brushes that I usually use for my face. This one's broken. These ones. And they're all different. I don't buy from one specific brand. If you can see them. This is a brush, I'm not even sure where it's from. It's just a big buffing brush, and I don't even know what brand it is. My friend used it, and one day I borrowed it from her, and I just loved it when I was using my Lumi foundation. And I would put the foundation, just squirt it on the brush, and then just buff that into my skin. It's a nice brush, but I don't even know where to get it. So another foundation brush you can use, it's kind of like a paintbrush looking, and you just do the same thing, but you start from the middle of your face and you'll kind of like brush it out all over. I got this for Christmas for my husband. It's a Sephora brush. It's the charcoal antibacterial brush. I like these brushes, but if you're using a really thick foundation, it kind of literally looks like it's like painted on your skin sometimes if you use a brush like this. So what I like to use when I'm using really thick foundation or really high coverage matte foundation, I'll use a beauty sponge, and these you just will put in the sink and dampen or water them and squeeze them out a few times, and then you'll put the foundation on them, squirt it on, or put it on your wrist and just dab that into your face. Blend, 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 blend. Or you can use this, put the foundation on your face, and then use this to blend it. So this is my favorite way to do foundation. Okay, so next I'm gonna show you how the brushes you can use to put on concealer. This is one of my Sephora charcoal brushes too, and you can just put the concealer on here and brush that under your eye, or use this side and go straight down the nose. To contour my face, my favorite brush is the Luxie 512 small contouring brush. It's like this. And it's a nice brush. It just like digs right into your cheekbones, and then you can buff it out. Put it on your forehead, buff that out. I don't use this for my nose, of course, but this is my favorite. Obviously, it's broken. I've had it for a long time, and I really need to get a new one. Or if I'm using a cream or liquid contour product, I'll use this brush. It's stiffer and it's just more direct. Like, you can really just get right in there. This is my Sephora brush too. So for my blush, I like to use this Sephora brush, and it's kind of round and it's slanted, so you can really just get right on top of those cheekbones. I used to really like this one. It's almost the same thing. They're really similar. This one's a little bit more curved, but I don't know what brand this is. I've had this since the beginning of time. For my finishing powder, I will use this brush, or I'll use this brush. This brush, real loose finishing powder, you can just buff that on real easy. This one, it's flat, see in the top, and then that one, it will buff more. Like, it will blend your makeup more and really get the finishing powder into your face, push it into your face. This one more just like brushes it off. It's even a little bit softer than this one. And these are both e.l.f. brushes. The round one is the complexion brush, and the flat one is the powder brush. So next, I'm going to go to the eye brushes, and I always start with my eyebrows. And for my eyebrows, I also use the Sephora brush from the set I got for Christmas. And this is the angled liner brush. I don't know if you can see that, but it's slanted and you just kind of draw a line on your eyebrows, but I'll do that video later. And it's just real nice. It's stiff, really stiff. You can use this for eyeliner, but I only have one, so I only use one type of product on it, and I just usually do this for my eyebrows. This is my eyeliner brush when I use my cream eyeliners. I cut this brush. This was a lot thicker. This is the e.l.f. small angled brush. It's not this thin when you get it, but I kind of bent it over and I cut these little hairs. I don't know if you can see them, just so it'd be skinnier for my eyeliner. I really need to just buy a new one, but this one works for right now. And to use an eyeliner, you really need like a skinny one, kind of like this one that I showed you, so you can really get that precise, especially if you're doing a wing. But this one will work just fine. To do a transition shade or a just like real blended eyeshadow on your eye or above your crease, I really like to use these two brushes. These are my Luxie brushes. The slightly bigger one, this is the Luxie 205 tapered blending brush, and it's beautiful. It blends so well. And then this one is the Luxie 229 tapered blending brush. This one's good too. It's just a little bit more dense, so you're gonna get a little bit more product, and it's not gonna be quite as, it's gonna take a little bit more effort to blend that in. But I'll use both of them. This one I usually use for like my first shade, and then this one I'll use next. And then we have this one. This one is the Luxie 237 blending brush, and this one's a little bit smaller, if you can see, compared to these ones. So this one is good for the crease of your eye, and if you're just gonna like go over and kind of blend them in more, this one's good for that too. It just like will get right into that crease. This is a really good brush too. This is my crown brush. It's the AC 012 Shadow Crease Duet, and this side is good for the crease as well, or just blending an eyeshadow out that you have on. And this one's good for like a cut crease. This isn't really a cut crease, like a cut crease that I have on today, but similar. And you'll just take a shadow, tap it off, and kind of carve out that eyelid with this. This is a really good blending brush too. I don't use this brush very often. I think I might start actually, because it looks really nice. This is the Royal & Langnickel brush, BX90 brush. And it looks like this. It's a little bit deformed because my daughter got a hold of it, but it looks like this. And it's kind of, if you can tell, it's kind of tapered, like comes to a point in the middle. So this would be really good for getting in your crease too. Or if you have all your eyeshadows done, kind of want to blend them together, and you would just take this and just buff that out. So next, I have, this is my nose contour brush. I use this for my nose. Or if I want to highlight underneath my, on my brow bone, I'll just tap some on there, or in the corner of my eye. And this is real nice. It's real skinny, so you can just draw that nose that you've always wanted right on your face. To put eyeshadow on my lid, I really like to use the super flat and super dense brushes like this. And this is e.l.f. and I still use this brush. I use this brush over my Royal & Langnickel brushes. I use this brush over my Sephora brush. This is my favorite. It's small, it's dense, and you just put eyeshadow on this and you pat it on your lid. If you rub it, it won't have the same effect and it will get so much fallout under your eye. Just put your color on there and you tap, 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 tap that on your lid. So the one similar to that is this Sephora brush, came in my set too. It's just a little bit flimsier and won't have as much impact when you put that shadow on your eye. Similar to that one, this is my second favorite behind my e.l.f. brush for lid shadow. And this is my Royal & Langnickel, yeah, BOM 40 shader. You'll do the same thing with this one. This one's really nice. It's beautiful. And this is another Royal & Langnickel. This one's real nice too. It's a little bit denser than the other ones, but it has the same effect. This is my Royal & Langnickel BOM 18 detail brush. This is super nice for if you're gonna smoke out your eyeliner, or if you want to put shadow under your lash line, because it's so dense and little, so it's not going to be dragging your eyeshadow all the way down your the bottom of your eye. It will just be precise right there. This is my Ulta small eyeshadow brush, and this I'll use if I'm going to use like a super glittery eyeshadow, or if you just want to put like that small pop of glitter or like a highlight eyeshadow just to the center of your lid. This is perfect for that. But I don't use this for anything else, and I don't use it very often, so the Ulta brand ultimately works for me. So those are my brushes, and I really don't have super high-end brushes yet, but I will, and I'll let you guys know an update on that if I get new brushes and test them out for you guys. But those are your basic brushes, and those are how you use them. Not every brush is exactly the same, but those are like your basic brushes. And you don't need to start off buying super expensive brushes, and you don't need to buy this many brushes either. This is a little bit ridiculous. Well, thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to my videos. I try to upload a video about every week, or sometimes even twice a week if I'm feeling fancy. So just subscribe, like, and comment if you want anything. If you want me to do a certain type of video, or if you want to know how to do something, or you want my opinion on something, just comment and let me know. I'll try to do those videos for you, and I really appreciate you guys' support, and I really appreciate you watching my videos, so thank you.